Good morning, everybody, on this little Friday, Thursday, January 5th. Chris Allen on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. As we're calming things down weather wise, we got rid of all the rain and the nasty weather of a day or so ago. And now, yesterday turned out to be a great day. We had a high of 64 officially at the Bowling Green Airport, the average high 46. So we were 18 degrees above average. Even though we did cool down, it's still well above average for this time of the year. The next few days are going to be right there where we need to be for high temperatures. We're talking upper 40s to low 50s. And I don't really see much of a change at all coming anytime soon. It's one of those situations where the atmosphere has pretty much gotten rid of any spring like warmth and setups for severe storms and all that kind of stuff. The atmosphere's finally shook itself of all of that. Nor am I looking at anything that's going to be just crazy cold, uh, cussable cold, like I mentioned back toward Christmas. Cussable cold. Oh, I don't see any of that coming either. Everything's going to stay pretty status quo and where it needs to be this time of the year. Looking at the satellite view this morning here at 5 a.m., uh, pretty quiet and clear. There's a few high clouds you see drifting across the area, and today we'll see some of those clouds mixing with the sunshine. And then you see this bit of a trough that's back here to the west. That's going to swing through with a few clouds, maybe even produce a sprinkle or maybe even a snowflake north of us. But I don't think we're going to see that down here. It will bring up the breezes this afternoon from the west at about 15 to 20. So the first part of the morning, we're fine. By afternoon, a few more clouds, a bit of a breeze coming through the area, and that's about the extent of it. So a pretty quiet Thursday getting going here on this January 5th. Let's take a look at the blender this morning. The model blender showing that we're in for a pretty tranquil ride through the next 7 to 10 days. As you can see, all those purple hues, that doesn't mean extreme cold. That means we're pretty much on average. You can look at every single day, and it's either upper 40s to low 50s. From now all the way through next Thursday, a week from today, into next weekend. Not really any wholesale changes going on for the first time in a long time. No extreme cold, no extreme heat. Uh, I don't see anything major coming in that's going to be either snow or severe. It's all looking pretty tame. Now, there will be some rain chances thrown in there from time to time. We've got one coming in on Saturday into Sunday morning, and then another one Monday night into Tuesday. But as you can see, none of those systems that's going to bring us some precipitation is going to change our temperatures that much. So pretty quiet here for the beginning of January, uh, specifically speaking, in a weather kind of a situation. I can tell you that it is colder this morning than it was yesterday morning, and we expected that because of obviously the cold front, which passed through yesterday about midday and shut off the rains and the thunderstorms. But here's a look at the Kentucky Mesonet network this morning. Everybody in the 30s, all across the Commonwealth. Every reporting station, everybody you see here on the Kentucky Mesonet network. This is in real time, just after 5 a.m. this Thursday morning in the 30s. So you may have to scrape a little frost off of your windshield or use the defrost this morning and you may have to wear a thicker layer or an extra layer as you head off to work or wherever you're going this morning. But other than that, we're good to go. Here's a look at future temperatures as we start the day in the 30s, as mentioned. We're not going to see a lot of change. Try to go into the low 50s this afternoon, maybe 51, 52, upper 40s further north of us. And then and that's still a few degrees above average. The average is 46. So Louisville, E-Town, Evansville, Lexington, more in line with the average typical early January temperature, while we down to Nashville will be a few degrees warmer than average, but not like it's been lately. Not 18 to 25 degrees warmer. We're going to hit the reset button. We did that yesterday when the cold front came through, and so now everything is going to kind of settle down here, get a bit colder during the night, but not cold, not cussable cold. We're talking 30, 31, 32. Really, that's where we're supposed to be for the beginning of January. Now, a lot of people think January we're supposed to be daytime highs in the 20s and overnight lows in the teens. Not for Kentucky, not for southern Kentucky, northern middle Tennessee. These numbers are very typical, very average, very normal for the beginning of January, as the records will show. Then tomorrow, we do experience a little bit of a cooler day. We're only going to make it maybe into the mid 40s, some places upper 40s. So slightly cooler than today. That's because I showed you that little trough, that little short wave coming in with the clouds and maybe the sprinkles. And then the breezes, it will have a little bit of a cooler component with it. It's not really a front, but it will bring us the cooler temperatures for tomorrow. But after that, we go right back, as you saw in the 10-day stretch, back into the 50s. So this won't last long. It's just one of those little temporary cool days, but it'll be nice. We'll see some clouds with the sunshine. I don't foresee really anything coming in until we get into Saturday. Let's take a look at future precipitation. And I can tell you that uh, there's been some chatter about, well, some of this could be in the form of maybe some mixed precipitation. That's possible. Today, that little piece of energy sliding through, you can see it right there. About midday, expect the clouds to thicken a little more and then the winds to pick up a little more. That's that little trough coming through that I showed you on the satellite view this morning that's back west of us in southern Illinois. And it may squeeze out a sprinkle, but as I mentioned, north of us, especially north of the Ohio River, there could even be some snowflakes mixed in with that, but it's not going to be a big deal. That little feature you see right there is just going to move on. We pretty much go unscathed here in southern Kentucky, middle Tennessee from that. We go into tonight, cloudy, few leftover clouds. Tomorrow, partly sunny to start the day, but it's tomorrow evening we start to see overrunning moisture coming from the next wave, and we get a little bit of light sprinkles. This is going to be Friday night into Saturday morning. Now, the temperatures at that time do show that we're going to be in the mid 30s. There will be some of you that do get cold enough to freezing or close enough to freezing to maybe see a snowflake, a wet snowflake mixed in with a sprinkle. But as you can see, this is not much of anything. Saturday, there will be a chance of showers, but as you can see, this is very scattered, very light. Chances are at best, or coverage at best, is at 40%. It's not a lot. So, whatever you're going to do Saturday, temperatures will be around 50. and we're going to have some of these light scattered showers around the area, but not everybody's going to get wet or see those showers on Saturday. All right, let's get to the maps and show you what's coming the next 7 days. You can see that we've got these little waves, these little shortwave troughs, these little disturbances swinging around the low over the Great Lakes. And each one has the possibility, that one coming through today, as you see it there, about midday through the afternoon. Yeah, maybe some sprinkles like I just showed you. And further north, there could be a mix. Not big deal. Until you get into the Great Lakes, then it becomes a big deal. Here we go with another one coming through on Friday that's going to try to spit out a little bit of light rain. But it's really Friday night into Saturday that we get this moisture from the high pressure east of us, and then the overrunning moisture coming out of the Gulf of Mexico ahead of this system. It's not a very strong system. This is not a deep low pressure system like the last one that came through. It's just going to be enough to squeeze out just a little bit of light rain, as I showed you on Saturday. And not everybody's going to get wet, and it's going to mostly be light. To the north, there will be a mix over to some light snow. This is Saturday afternoon into Sunday. The system comes on through, and then we're pretty much over it. There's a little weak shortwave that tries to bounce in here on Tuesday with a little bit of light rain, but again, temperatures will be warm enough to keep it rain and not snow. And we're talking showers. We're not talking deluge of rain with any of these systems. And then by Wednesday, back under high pressure, there is another system getting going in the Rockies and the Central Plains by next Thursday. We'll see what develops from that, but right now doesn't appear to be a big deal. So the overall takeaway here is that temperatures are going to settle down to where they should be for this time of the year, which is the upper 40s to low 50s. No major cold, no major warmth, no springtime storms, no winter storms for the next 7 to 10 days. General rain showers at best. The rest of the time, it'll be sunny to mostly sunny and pretty, what we call benign weather here in southern Kentucky. All right, getting ready to head to the radio station, Sam 100.7, and start the morning show here at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, God bless you. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you on the radio.